stroke. Never woke up again.
He had a stroke.
Oh, Bob, what are you doing here?
Bob, meet Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
I think you found the cure to juvenile diabetes.
Oh my God.
Where did you get him?
The stem cells, line A's from San Francisco. It's one of the few that Bush sanctioned.
Line B?
Korea, not sanctioned.
By the U.S.?
Right.
No, fuck him. We're not doing work in the U.S. And whatever you do, don't mention this to the Diabetes Society, right?
Right.
We have 3 hours for the conference. That should give us enough time.
Eat your breakfast.
Hey! Come on, Bob!
You really think it's safe to be down here?
I don't want your money.
What do you want then?
A couple weeks ago, she started feeling bad, and then she started getting dizzy, and she lost her appetite.
She needs to see a fucking doctor, okay?
It's the same as Sunshine started, and it's not in the blood, and it's not in the fucking brain.
Well, what else could they have in common, do you think?
They both live in this shithole. Sorry.
What's the matter?
All I know is that she's gone, and so am I. Peace.
We barely ever get a chance to work in the lab anymore. It's strange, you know, when people are gone so much, it changes the whole mood of the place. Bob and David went down to New York for a lecture on the Asian brown cloud. It's this project that Bob considers his hobby. It's a kind of hobby that wins international lecture space, and we were all a little nervous about Bob speaking in front of such a large crowd. When we heard that his lecture notes were stolen in David's bag, I knew why David chased the thief down into subway tunnels. Those stories of people living in abandoned tunnels, they're true. I mean, this kid Owen stole David's bag and ran home where he lives underground. The people down there don't have much to begin with, so when David saw the sick ones chewing on their own fingers, he knew no one had been checked out at a hospital in a while. Jill went down to New York to help and convinced Owen to contact you guys. He hopped around the subway system checking out all the known communities looking for people with the same symptoms as his own friends. When he found people who were infected, the field agents marked it on a map until it started to show an incidence pattern. It all seemed focused around one tunnel that had been sealed off by Homeland Security during downtown reconstruction. Caroline will have to take up that angle now. She's the one with the high-powered connections. Actually, lately Caroline seems really overworked. She just had to make one of the hardest press conferences, putting the brakes on this cure for diabetes that got announced prematurely. You'll have to check it out on the Norback public site at norback.ca next week when it goes live. I don't envy her at all when she's got to do things like that. The research is really exciting, but it should never have gone out to the public so early. Groups like the Second Coming are already up in arms about the stem cell debate and are starting to organize a protest. I don't like the sound of that at all, considering Mally was affiliated with them. That's why I wasn't so sad to hear it's not going very well. Apparently the Octopods seem to be turning their mischief onto them for a while and breaking up the protesters. At least they're good for something after all.